When I go to foreign cities, I always spend a lot of time walking through the streets. It's not necessarily the main walking streets of town, it can be small and uncrowded streets in absolutely any location. In this video, we are going to be walking through the streets of New Orleans. Freelancing, app work, and making money online, technical and IT reviews, software development tutorials can be found right on this channel. The same amazing channel is even available in Russian. Please write in the comments in what particular topic are you guys interested in. The primary purpose of this channel is to demonstrate the lifestyle of an entrepreneur who travels all around the world making a living through software development and information technologies. While walking through the streets, you see how regular people live and what they do in their free time. Observing houses and territories, you can conclude how well these people are doing. You don't see good and attractive things everywhere in these neighborhoods. You may even see poverty and crime, but this is the part of life. I would say that the streets of New Orleans are special. They just look different, and there you feel that they are full of culture. I have been all around the world and can determine from where different architecture styles and traditions come from. New Orleans is a bright representation of colonial architecture. You can see such buildings all around the 1,000 states of the USA, Mexico, and even Cuba. I love this idea when there is a big porch around the house which drops massive shade onto the ground and it's used as a shelter during the day. Staying under the open sun may not really be comfortable in this area. I've experienced this many times. During the day, it gives you shade. During the evening, it's used as a gathering place for friends and family. In the area of Bourbon Street, such porches are used for numerous restaurants and even nightclubs. Sitting in such locations, you feel yourself above the crowd and can see what is going on in the street till its end. I love sitting in such places, where you can slow your mind, calm your brain, and just keep on watching people passing by. The streets of New Orleans are full of exotic trees, plants, and even gardens. I have already underlined, all these streets look like a fairy tale to me. It's really interesting to observe them from the sides and try to understand what ideas those people had in their mind when they built these houses. Everywhere in the world, people make their houses beautiful and try to make them as nice as possible. For me, as a Russian, such streets and houses remind me scenes from Mexican soap operas, which were broadcast in Russia in the 90s. In the scope of these movies, people's lives were shown in colors. Sometimes they even lived in castles. But here in New Orleans, you are able to see almost the same architecture style, but everything is smaller and more compact. I would say that this is amazing how the officials kept everything the way it looked in good old days. They must be really proud of what they are doing. The opposite thing is that in Russia we also have a lot of wooden buildings, but these buildings are not kept the right way everywhere. Most of the time, such buildings are abandoned or poor people live in them. The only exception are Moscow and St. Petersburg. Getting back to the history of New Orleans, I would strongly recommend visiting this beautiful city and spending at least 2 weekends there. The best place to stay is the hostel called French Quarter. This is the exact location where I stayed during my trip to New Orleans. You may find the link to this property in the description to this video. Guys, please let me know whether this video was interesting or not. Don't forget to subscribe and to hit that notification bell. In case once in a while you will have one of my videos presented on your channel page. Safe travels! I put a lot of time and effort into making these videos. I would really appreciate if you'd consider subscribing to my channel. If you would like to contact or hire me or my team, the links are there in the description.